Hi, James here. I've had a day off work today, just for you. Just so I could do this video for you, I've had a day off work. No, that's not true. I've got to go and price a job up in a little while. But anyway, what this video is about, basically, is I've been getting a lot of questions, people emailing me and asking, can I do a video showing them how I edit my video, what camera I use, I suppose give a quick behind the scenes look at how I make my videos. And a lot of people ask me what software I use to edit my video. Right, okay, first question is what camera I use, and unfortunately I don't know, because I know it's a Canon, but the model number's in Chinese and I can't read Chinese, and it's been half scratched off, so I don't know. All I know is it's from China, because electronics are very cheap out there, and a friend of mine got it from China when he went over there on holiday. And the reason why I use this camera is because it gives me the option to record onto one of these. This is a 8GB SD card, and what I can do is I can actually record high definition as MPEG-4 files on this card, and then what I do is I just put that card straight in the front of my computer. Now that is a lot more convenient to say this camera, and this is the one I used to use before. Now I've been using this for quite a few years now before, because I used to do videos on other websites as well. And I've been using this one for a while now, but unfortunately it's a bit outdated and the quality's not very good, so I've got this one. Now when I used to use this one, I used to use a software called Pinnacle Studio, because it was the only one that used to capture from the USB socket on here, and it used to work alright for this camera. Now though, I use a program called Sony Vegas, which I will show you in a second. I've also used other software. I used Adobe Premiere, which I thought wasn't very good. It was quite hard to use, and okay, yeah, all the features were there, but it was just lacking a few things. The best one, I think, in my personal opinion, is Sony Vegas, and I'm sure a lot of people out there that use Sony Vegas will agree with me on this one, that it is incredibly easy to use. That's all there is to it. It is so easy to use. Right, anyway, so I've got on here some video files from an old tutorial I did a while back on how to repair the height adjustment. Now all I do is I bung the memory card in the front of the computer. Well, now when I put the card in, it comes up with this box, what do you want to do? Now I'd normally open as file format, but I've actually got the folder already open. So when you open the folder, there's a number of files on here. You've got the little road cone one, which is the actual AVI MPEG-4 itself. I've got this, which is a little attachment file that goes with that, and then this is what's called a .skf file, SFK file, sorry, and that is what Sony Vegas puts there. I haven't got a clue what that's for, but I just leave it there because it only takes up like a couple of kilobytes, so I just leave that there. Anyway, so once I've got all of this on here, I copy it all onto my external hard drive, which is this one here. Now this is a Maxtor external hard drive, and it's a 1.5 terabyte hard drive. Now I got this simply because the video files on that disk, on the SD card, sorry, take up quite a lot of room when you've got a lot of them. So I use that for that reason. And then I'll just copy them onto here, which I've already done, so I'm not going to bother doing it again. Right, anyway, so once I've got that, I load up Sony Vegas, which is already open here, and I've got the files here. There's only 3 files in this video because 2 of them were from a different one, and this one was the actual file I'd recorded. So all I do is I drag this down onto the timeline, and this is just a video, sorry, a Q&A video I did yesterday, which I'll be uploading onto YouTube. Sorry, one more thing as well, I apologise for the noise in the background. I don't know what's going on over there. It sounds like a guy's molester in a chainsaw. I don't know, so sorry about that. I've got the window open. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'm just going to do this very quickly because I'm short on time here. Is I will just slice the video where it needs to be sliced. I hit the S key and that will slice the video there, and then I delete and then drag the video back. Now let's say that's the beginning of our video. We want to find the end. Now I did 2 takes of this, so here's the break between the first and second take. So I want to leave a little bit of gap there, hit the S key and split it, and get rid of that. Now you see what I mean by this program is really easy to use. It's just, you get on with it so easy. Right, now what I want to do is now I want to make the end fade out, just to make it look a bit more neat. Now what I'll do is I'll just grab from the corner here, and I'll grab in like this, and that will make the video fade out. And I'll grab the audio and do the same thing. Now what that will do is now the video will now fade out, as you can see, like that. Now I want to add a few effects to this before I render this down, just to tidy it up a little bit. So we want to add brightness and contrast, saturation adjust, and a black restore. So click OK. Right, now so on the brightness and contrast, we just want to brighten this up a little bit because it is a bit dingy. So we'll just, too much, we'll just brighten this up a little bit, turn the contrast up a little bit, not too much, and there we go. See, we just brighten that up a little bit. Saturation adjust, let's just take the saturation up a tiny bit on the lows, like that. There we go, it just gives the video a bit more vibrance. And then black restore, we'll just turn the threshold up slightly. There we go, that just stops grey areas, that does. So if you've got an area like a shadow and it's looking a bit grey because you've turned the brightness up, it will just make it black again, that's all. Right, okay, so once I've done that, now if you notice here in the preview window, if you look at this, you can see these 2 little black bars here. Now that is what it would actually look like if I was to upload it onto YouTube like this. But what I want to do is we want it in widescreen. So I go down here to this little bit here that's got track motion, and I grab it from the corner, but I make sure that this is turned on, lock aspect ratio is turned on. And then I drag from the corner. Now you watch what happens to this video up here. As I drag it, you can see the video gets bigger, but it doesn't stretch it, so it doesn't make me look fat, but it will just make the video bigger and it will fit the frame like that. There we go, so that is now in widescreen. And there you go, so that's basically done, that video. If I was to, I'm just going to, well, I would normally just watch it through once to make sure everything's fine and everything's cut up properly and that. But that's fine. Other than that, all I've got to do now is render it. So I go File, Render As, and then I want to save it, say on my desktop, as a file called, I don't know, and then I will select Windows Media Video, because I've heard that's the best format for YouTube, apparently. Here it's got default template. Now what I'll do is I'll just select 8 meg HD, but it's in 1080p, so let's go to Custom, and we'll just change that from 1080 to 1280 by 720. That's it. So turn that up to 100%, click OK, and I'm ready to save it. All I have to do is hit save and it's going to render that down. So there you go. See what I mean though, Sony Vegas is really easy to use. If you've got any questions or anything, or you'd like me to answer any more questions or go any more in depth about this, just leave me a comment or send me a personal message. I hope this video has answered your question, and I hope it's inspired you, or in the least it's enlightened you in how I make my videos. Sorry, I just wanted to go really profound then and it didn't work. So anyway, thank you for watching, nice one.